What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. And in today's video, I want to give you guys my top 12 free drum VST plugins. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. With no further delay, let's get right into these plugins, baby. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so today I've got 9 free virtual drum instruments for you guys. I've got a couple effects that are free, and I've got 1 free sample pack for you guys that should help out with your drums. I'm not gonna go in order from 1st to 12th. I'm just gonna give them to you guys in a random order. So our first free drum VST plugin today is by IK Multimedia, and it's called Modo Drum CS. When you take a look at Modo Drum CS, it's going to look like this. So this is the stripped down version of their full Modo Drum plugin. What's cool about this is you do get to customize a bunch of things in here. So you get a lot of customizables, like you get to customize the drum head. You get to customize play styles, so you can choose different sticks, like whether you want a teardrop nylon, teardrop wood, or notes tip. You get to control a few different elements of the snares. You also get to choose the room in which you're going to have the drums in. So it's going to change the acoustics of the drum. You get a mixer as well, and you get to throw some audio effects on there. So it has compressors, gates, bit crusher, distortion, all kinds of different stuff that you can add on that comes with all the IK Multimedia stuff. That's cool. And then it also is going to have a bunch of different grooves over here for you as well. So this drum kit sounds like this. So again, what's pretty cool is you can change the room in which it sits in. Which is obviously going to change the way that the drums sound. You also get a few different grooves over here, so you get verses and you get fills. So that's definitely a good start to get you on your way. This honestly is probably my favorite drum plugin of them all, but it's very solid and the drums sound good. And the second free plugin I have for you guys today is an effect plugin. It is an oldie but a goodie, but it will definitely help you get your drums to sit better in the mix. It's called Saturation Knob by Softtube. So when you take a look here at Saturation Knob, it is going to look like this. It is just one knob that you can turn up. You have 3 different levels. You have keep high, you have neutral, and you have keep low. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play the drums, and then I'm gonna turn the knob off. So it's gonna start off, and you're gonna hear the difference as I push the knob up. So you can hear there clear as day. It's just gonna add a bunch of saturation to your drums. It's gonna add some oomph. And they've got 3 different levels that you can choose from. So you've got neutral, you've got keep high, and you've got keep low. Basically, with keep high, it's going to add a little more distortion into the saturation. Neutral is going to make it neutral, and keep low is going to have less distortion in your saturation. This plugin is really good on drums. It's also good on vocals and a mix bus. I definitely recommend grabbing this one because it's going to make your drums stand out in the mix. The third free drum plugin I have for you guys today is just recently become free. It's called BFD Player. When you open up BFD Player, it is going to look like this. As you can see here, you're going to get all the tools that you need from a drum kit, which is solid. Over here, you're going to get control over a mixer, so you can pan things to the right or left. You'll also get control over attack, sustain. You can make the drums mono or wide. You get gate control. You get a tone control here as well. The reason that I added this one to the list is because this one has a whole bunch of grooves for you to use. And I know if you can't put together drum grooves and stuff like that, all these grooves right here will help you out tremendously. And another thing to think about too is you can transfer these grooves onto another drum machine. That's something people don't talk about a lot. They might not all sit in the same exact, note level. So a snare might be a D here and an F on a different instrument, but all you have to do is move them around and you got a bunch of different drum grooves. This drum sounds like this. But they have a different sets of the way that the drum can sound over here. So you have different core libraries. And then with this, again, I can't stress enough that you are going to get a bunch of different grooves with this one. So with this one, you can definitely use it to spark some creativity with your drums. And I can't stress enough, with all these plugins that have different grooves built in, you can transfer these grooves into the drum machine of your choice. The fourth free plugin I have for you guys today is a pretty new one. It comes from Gospel Producers and it's called Loop Track. When you open up Loop Track, it is going to look like this. This one is pretty solid because as you look over here, it comes with a whole bunch of MIDIs. So it comes with, I believe they say, over 400 different MIDIs, drum MIDIs that you can drag and drop into the channel rack and it'll play those sequences for you. It's got a bunch of different banks. So it's got the default bank, it's got clap banks, it's got kick banks, it's got layered banks, it's even got sweeps, drops, and risers, and so on and so forth. And then it also has control over low pass, high pass, pitch. You can control your EQ right here with your low, mids, and highs. You got reverb, degrade, and saturation. So I'll go ahead and push play on one of the patterns I picked. So as you can see, that's pretty cool. Another thing about this plugin that's solid is that they have an upload feature on their site where they're allowing all kinds of different producers to upload MIDIs, and they're going to give them away for free. So it makes it an everlasting, evolving chain of free MIDIs that you can grab. You can come over here. This is really good for hip hop, for gospel music, for R&B, genres like that. They also have some trap genres as well. So we'll go ahead and just drop a few of these MIDIs over here so you can check them out. So as we see here, we'll drop these over here and you get all kinds of stuff. So as you see, you're just going to get different grooves. So as you can tell by that last one, you also get Afro beat grooves as well. We'll play just a couple more. So again, there's just going to be a bunch of different grooves and a bunch of different sounds that you can use with this one. Another solid drum kit. I would definitely recommend checking this one out. The fifth free drum plugin I have for you guys today comes from my guy, Goose Hardman, over at Monster DAW. It's called Monster Drums. When you take a look at Monster Drums, the initial preset is going to look like this. With this drum plugin right here, there's going to be over 20 different kits in this thing. So as you look here, it's got everything from pop, metal, rock, EDM, dagdut, hip hop, cinematic, jazz, reggae, chiptune. It's just got a bunch of different drum kits. That's what makes this one super solid. It sounds like this. So we'll go ahead and just go through a few of the drum kits so you can hear what they sound like. So I really like that chiptune one, you know, in case you want to make some old school sounding Nintendo or video game making music. But with this, you can obviously source each one of these drums out to the mixer. It's also got reverb, it's got ADSR, it's got a filter, all that good stuff. Definitely a solid drum kit if you need something that's going to be more than just one genre. The 6th free drum plugin I have for you guys today is called Thump One. When you open up Thump One, it is going to look like this. This is actually a synthesizer which allows you to make more than just kicks, but it's pretty solid in order to make kick drums from scratch. So one thing that I must mention at the beginning is when you're messing with this, you want to make sure you come over here and turn legato off, because if you don't turn legato off when you're using the drums, it's not going to continuously play the kick. So like if I push play here, now let's say I go over and I come back and I push play, it's only going to play one of the kicks. So make sure you turn this legato off, big deal. So with this one, it's pretty cool because you can easily make a kick. So we have this kick that sounds like this. Now each one of these has its own envelope that you can control. So we can easily change and form the way that the kick sounds and how what the kick is. So as you see, as we change the kick shape, it's going to change it and make it thump a little bit more. So it definitely made that thump a little bit more. We've got all kinds of things down here, like we've got wave shape right here. We can control that. And then we can also control the shape of that as well. So you see you've got the shape here, and we can copy shapes over. We can do a bunch of stuff. We have drive right here, and we can control that as well. And then we also have buzz that we can add to it. But we have a bunch of stuff that we can do with this drum. We have different layers over here, and with the layers, we have different modes. As you see here, we got a bunch of different modes of different stuff that we can use. This one right here is a very solid plugin if you're looking to design your own kicks and, you know what I'm saying, get creative and do some sound design. The 7th free drum plugin I have for you guys today comes from Audiolatry, and it's called Drum 8. So when you open up Drum 8, it is going to look like this. Now this one has over 40 different drum kits in it. So everything from trap to boom bap to rock, whatever it is that you can think of, it's got a drum kit in there for it. The initial drum kit sounds like this. So with this, you can edit each one of the samples however that you like. So you can come over here and you can edit the samples. You can change the volume, the pan, the attack, the tuning, the gain, the filter, the reverb, all that. I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the kits just so that you guys can hear what it sounds like. So this is what the next kit sounds like. So as you can see there, it's got a bunch of different kits for you to use, for you to go through. So no matter what the genre is, you can probably find a kit in here that will help you out. The 8th free drum plugin I have for you guys today is another solid free drum plugin. It's called Steven Slate Digital Free. When you open it up, it is going to look like this. This one is also a drum set, and it allows you to obviously demo everything here. This one sounds like this in use. So it's cool here. You only get one drum kit, but you do get a few different presets for these. So here's another preset. And then here's the last preset. So with this plugin, you also get control over editing the drums. So as you see here, you can mess with the instrument master, the phasing of it. You can mess with the articulation of the kick and the other instruments. You can mess with the dynamics. You can mess with the velocity. You can mess with the routing of the kick, so on and so forth. You got control over the ADSR, volume and pan. Then you also can control the mix down here as well. You can control the mapping if you want to, and then it's also got built-in grooves. So we can check out different grooves by just pushing play on them. So that's pretty solid as well. And again, with all these grooves, all you got to do is grab and drag and drop it, and it'll go right onto the MIDI. And so again, I can't stress enough, if you like another drum, but you love the groove in one of these other ones, just drag it and drop it into that other one, and then bam, you got your groove. The next free drum plugin I have for you guys today also allows you to create kick drums. It's called Chow Kick. So when you open up Chow Kick, it is going to look like this. It's got a few different presets, as you can see over here. So it's got default, bouncy, tight, tonal, wonky, so on and so forth. With this one, it just gives you different controls in order to sculpt the kick the way that you want. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to this kick right here. And this kick sounds like this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and mess with the frequency, the EQ and the dampening real quick. And so as you see there, it's really easy. Once you get messing with this, you can really figure out how you can get a kick to go. They also have noise and other stuff down here, and you can mess with the velocity too as well. So it's a pretty easy tool to use once you get going. I would definitely recommend this too if you are into sound design and you want to build a kick from scratch. The next free drum plugin I have for you guys today comes from Bedroom Producer Blog. This is kind of like a 3-part plugin because it comes with 3 different plugins in one. It comes with the 606, an 808, and a 909 variations of different drum machines. This plugin, as we take a look here at the cassette 606, it was recorded through tape and sampled through a tape machine, so it's going to have some gritty sounds. As you see here, you have 3 different instances in each one of the drum kit, so it's going to be clean, warm, and hot. So this cassette 606 sounds like this. So with this, again, you can go through the different kits. The 808 kit's gonna sound like this. And then the 909 kit's gonna sound like this. All right, guys, and the 11th plugin that I have for you guys today is actually not a plugin. It is a free sample pack. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some of you guys may already have it, but it's a free sample pack that I made maybe a couple of years ago. The drums smack. So if you like any of the drums that I use in my videos, I often use these kicks, these hi-hats, and these snares. But here is some of the sounds in the pack. So the drums all smack, all the kicks sound like this. The claps sound like this. You got hi-hats in here. There's some 808s. There is also some perks and some snares. The snares sound like this. And then there's a bunch of perks of just random stuff that I sampled. So that's a pretty solid little drum kit. I'll definitely link that below in the description so you guys can check that out if you want. And the last free drum plugin I have for you guys today comes from Cymatics. It's called Diablo Lite. When you open up Diablo Lite, it is going to look like this. This basically adds punch and a clipper to your drums so it can make your drums smack even more. I recommend this on trap drums or boom bap drums. I don't know about acoustic drums or other drums. It doesn't necessarily sound the greatest, but it definitely sounds fire on some trap drums. So this is what the drum sounded like before I threw Diablo Lite on there. Now once I throw the Diablo Lite, turn it on and get it going, they're gonna sound like this. So you can clear as day hear the difference in the drums smacking once I turn that clipper on. Also, I want to add, I threw these on a drum bus. So I bust all my drums out to 15. So the hi-hat, the snare, and the kick. I also did that with the soft tube plugin I talked about earlier. Now let's listen to what it sounds like as we turn the punch up. So this is a very good plugin to use if you're looking to find a plugin to make your drums cut through the mix a little bit more or make your drums smack a little bit more. I would definitely recommend Diablo Lite. So, all right, guys, that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.